Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's up, guys? It's Sam of the Portuguese Mofo here, and just gonna do a regular old replay. Um, yeah, just actually played a little campaign here for the last like hour and a half or so. Got invited to a game by Yangi. Honestly, just missed it. They got a full lobby. It actually looked like it was a 4v4, so that's always pretty cool. But yeah, just thought I'd get back into like an old battle replay with some commentary, and I figured I would do this one. This 2v2 box map that I did with Prussian General. So it looks like we might be getting a tournament going. So we may be getting back into it, teaming up and seeing what we can do in a competitive tournament format. But yeah, Ishiyama Ruins. Okay, so this map, to take note, just a cool way to set up, right? You deploy in the corners rather than straight across from each other. So I remember dropping into this map, right? Like, first not expecting this. Prussian didn't either. We were able to win this. But this was a while ago. I didn't even look at the timestamp. It said it. Of when this was exactly. But before we get into it, so you can see how this is set up here, right? So rather than, okay, the usual, right, you face each other, you're actually facing your ally. Alright, so here's Prussian General over here, okay? Out here, right, we all kind of are deployed right on the back side of this hill, okay? We're going to fight up into the hill, sort of, but not really, because you have the dojos here, right? We got one here, okay, we've got the archery dojo there, okay, we've got the workshop here, we've got the sword dojo over there, and we've got the shrine. So Prussian General is going to be fighting for the shrine and the attack dojo, and I'm going to be working for the archery dojo and the workshop. However, if I remember correctly, I do focus my attention more here towards the workshop. But this becomes fun because what happens is you all kind of have to divide yourself to two fronts automatically. Almost, and it's kind of what happened in this battle. If my memory is serving correctly, I was working to fight on both sides. So anyways, let's get into it here. I'll go slow here, get into the armies. So I've got 2 Matchlock Samurai. I've got a Matchlock Ashigaru. Is that correct? Yep. I've got 2 groups of Naginata attendants. I've got 1, 2, 3 Naginata Samurai, or my Katana Samurai, my veteran Katana Samurai, some Yari Samurai, so 1, 2, so it looks like 3 units of Yari Samurai, 4 units actually, I did put 1 over here, so rather than 2 on each flank. Then my general, of course, and we've got Great Guard and Yari Cav, so yeah, this is actually like kind of throwback to kind of how I tried to build. I learned it. I mean, it's not a bad build. I can be a little bit more money efficient, but I'm still learning with a lot of that stuff. So to look over here, well, let's look at PG first. So we've got Light Cav, Yari Cav, his bodyguard here, Yari Cav, okay, and they're rank 2. A Matchlock Ashigaru, 2, 3 Matchlock Ashigaru, looks like paired with Yari Ashigaru as well as with the Lone Sword each. So it looks like it's exactly that. But we also got Naginata attendants there on the right flank. Is there? Yep, and 1 on the left as well. So, but we got 4 Lone Swords, not 3, and would that also be 4 Yaris? Nope, I think it is still just 3 Yari Ashigaru. Nope, it is 4 Yari Ashigaru, and then we've got 1, 2, just 2 Bow Ashigaru, looks like. So Po Alice over here making a move on me, I'll pause it real quick because we're about to get into it. And Original's also about to get into it. But he's got Light Cav, Yari Cav, Yari Cav. So just 2 units of Yari Cav, excuse me. Fire Cav, Katana Cav. Okay, so a Light Cav, Katana, a Fire, and then 2 Yari Cav. So strong Cav contingent, as well as his general, his bodyguard, who is a melee general. Leadership general with a lot of melee stats. So pretty strong there. We got Yari Eshigaru, we got Lone Swords, Bulletproof Sams, Yari, Lone Swords. We got some Wakos, Yari, Lone Swords, Yari, Lone Swords. So it looks like he's got a couple groups of Lari Lone Swords with some Wakos and Bulletproof. So really strong melee contingent, pretty rush heavy there. And then OG, okay. So we've got OG, he's got some Lone Swords, 1, 2, 3, 4, if I had to guess, yes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 2 Naginata Samurai, a Bulletproof Samurai, and that is actually all we can currently see. There's most assuredly more. So let's get back into it. But we got the Light Cav moving here. Let's see if he gets a charge. I try to move my Cav forward. Right, just a challenge. He doesn't get a charge into my matchlocks. As I get better, hopefully I can turn matchlocks appropriately and in time when those things come. So we've got my Yari Samurai here, working for the workshop. We're gonna get some shots under these Lone Swords, which is actually pretty huge. So we're gonna take this Cav fight, okay? Kind of on the back side of the hill here. Something got popped. Yeah, it was me with the rapid advance here, so I tried to pop it in charge if I'm not mistaken. My lord. Treacherously meant to ambush us. So there's Original's Great Guard and Cav, okay? The mix up there, and I think it's got some more stuff coming out over there. But we're gonna move heavy. I'm gonna get some of my Cav out of here. If not all of it, it looks like that Yari Cav I might lose them because they just got stuck. But we're gonna pull out here. Moving my Yari Sams here to challenge, right? So
our men are running from the battlefield.
They actually ended up routing after the chase. Very interesting. So Prussian General, right? Got a strong charge from Original and his Cav. It's pretty tough when their cards are very similar, right? So he kind of takes this hill here, right, with the forest. Okay. And I'm going to just work back here. I just figure getting the workshop will be good. I can work this way and maybe help Prussian General. So, but in this situation, we kind of have him pincered here, and Prussian General is able to hold his back line here against Original. So now I'm starting to get shots off, right? We've got the elevation so I can shoot over. This isn't great here that I am just standing here. Right, with my Yari Sams, right, it's not even in a Yari walled Ashigaru. Would have been nice if I could have at least gotten a charge, but really charged my katanas, pulled them back, and got some flanks around. But that's okay there. So we see Original's pulling his Cav out in the back there. He's still making a push with his Lone Swords. And Prussians turned more of his attention there, but has continued support here with matchlocks. So that's going to be helpful for me. And I'm just trying to keep a check here. I'm getting this, and now I just understand it's time for me and Poalis to get at it. So he's charging in these Lone Swords. Those long Yari Eshigaru. The Lone Swords are coming in behind. So Yari Eshigaru are leading in the front, right in their Yari walls. Right, which is the proper maneuver. The Bulletproof Sam are getting hurt pretty good. Maybe we'll be getting good shots with these matchlocks. Just in a good elevated position where I can just shoot over my guys. Right, we got Prussian over there getting good shots in. And these Wako Raiders, they're not in the mix, right? They're in the back there. I think they're going to go for the Archery Dojo. No, they're not. They're going to come in. Because for him, the Archery Dojo doesn't do much good. Right, I didn't really bring in any missiles. So I'm going to work just to get shots here. At this time, yeah, I was still using a Bogen, as we can see here. He's going to get a decent charge here, I think, with those. Great guard. And he's got Yari Ashigaru in there. But I'm getting some Yari Sam here. No rapid advance going. I think they probably just don't have the time. So, original and Prussian General are still in a tough fight here. Prussian General chasing off this cav, right? So still in the mix. Was able to defend a heavy attack, right? Nobody was able to get the sword dojo, but Prussian General having the shrine, right, is pretty critical. And then me also having the workshop. So those are probably pretty big deciding factors when it comes to the melee mix here, right? Like technically he's got an army that should be able to beat my infantry, but with the combination of the two, okay, and it's still a close fight here, right? The melee, and he may even still technically win this, and Prussian maybe comes down, sweeps through, helps me late, because yeah, he's about to finish off the last few of Original's troops. He's got his Avatar's bodyguard in there, but I think that's all he's got left. Right, and so I'm starting to lose right here in the center. Okay, but I've got some cav left. Right, I've got my general. He's a Bogen, so he's continuing to shoot. And I'm just gonna try and work. I'm trying to just continue to work these matchlocks back. Oh, I think I did notice those those Yars and tried to get behind them. So now it's a situation, right, where I've got some cav, okay. Yeah, these Yari cav are still in the mix, but they're about to go. Yep, there it is. So now Prussian's just setting up to hold a good defense here, and now I have to try and just get good hammer and anvils, right? Get some good charges with my cav, pick a good target with my general, and do my best to assist Prussian here. Able to get some shots into those katanas. I think he's going to get those matchlocks out of there. Maybe not. But we've got some Yari Ashigaru here and Yari Wall. Okay, rank 2. So now I'm just trying to get myself in a good position, right? I still have a unit of matchlocks, so let's see if I can't get them in a position to get some shots off. Or at least stop them to get at least a volley off before whatever charges them. They're going to come here into the woods. What am I shooting at? The Yaris. Looks like I switched my fire right there to those lone swords in the front. And those matchlock Ashigaru are about to get shots off. Very nice. And there's really not much he can do, even if he chases, right? I'm just going to kite at this point. I've got my melee cav, and I'm just trying to get them in a good position to get a good charge, somewhere to actually be helpful to Prussian, which I almost think I do just take it here.
My lord, our ally has fled, abandoning us to the enemy.
I'm able to get them out of there. Oh, and then, yeah, are they routing? Trying to get something going there. I feel like I eventually charge them here. I shoot the gap for the general. Yeah, that is what I'm going to do here. Very good, right? Those routing lone swords. So, right, micro in certain regards, right? Really thread needles and stuff becomes easier when you have less troops, right? That's where like good coordination and stuff in the 2v2 matches can go real well. So, doing a good job turning around those matchlocks. Get those Wakos. Just get him off his general, right? He's getting a push here. I'm just continuing to try and get charges. Trying to just take out his general's bodyguard. Coming right down to the wire here. Maybe we did lose this battle. I thought we won it.
My
And we
lord,
still might. Yep.
a glorious
And there it
victory
is.
will soon be
Right.
yours.
It's a really good game. It's original. Poe Alice in this one. Good game to press in general, right? It was one of those things that, you know, he lost his Cav fight but was able to win his primary fight. I kind of lost my primary fight, but won the Cav fight, and at the end we were able to come together on Poe Alice. So, yeah, good game to those guys. Take a look here at the unit stats and the rest of the situations. But yeah, it's a fun map, just a cool setup. I wonder if it could be done like what it looks like in a 3v3, 4v4. I wonder if I've done it. It might not be a map though that works for 4v4. It also might be. I'd have to. Those are things just to check. But anyways, so right, so we brought a lot more troops, right? So that becomes really helpful, right? So Prussia in general, right, was able to fight pretty effectively and hold two fronts because of that. And even me on my end, right? So let's go to the unit stats here. Okay, general, solid day, right? And bow general usually will do pretty solid as long as you keep them alive. So my Cav, right? You would think they would have had a better day, but obviously survivability is sometimes more important than your ability to kill. So not bad from the Matchlock Sams, and not even bad from, right, this was that Matchlock Ashigaru that was able to survive late, get some free shots. Naginite Attendants didn't really do much. I kind of lost them in the mix there, but 115 from that Yari Sam, not bad, but really my Katanas, not a good day. That's a lot of money poured into them. So, and then the Yari Sam, so Prussian general, right? So, quality here, even though this Ashigaru didn't do anything, right, those did really well. Solid there from those Yari Ashigaru, sword attendants, but lone swords, big days from those guys, right? But even 190s, those are good kill counts. 84 from that Yari Cav. So yeah, right? Cav didn't do the greatest in the fight for him, right? But he was facing Great Guard, right? Original. Usually brings strong Cav. So 2 Great Guards, Fire Cav and Yari Cav. Right, so this is strong cavalry contingent right there. 4 lone swords, 153, 169. 55, 74, 54. So, and then Poe Alice, 254 from those Wako Raiders. Okay, so they had a tough fight, coming in late even, a little bit into the combat anyways. So the Yaris, the Lone Swords, all did well, right? Only one got less than 250, and it was 223. So big days from those Lone Swords, 133 from that Bulletproof. Right, 128, but 202 from that Katana Cav. So good game for Poe Alice too, right? The kill counts, like Prussian general though, and Poe Alice, really high kill counts. So exceptional showings from those guys. So anyways, come across this video. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.